Hello, family and friends. This is Kim with Shopping on Shoestrings. Um, I'm kind of doing a little bit of a garden tour right now and showing you my other arch. This is iron. It's thick and it's heavy. I got this from Walmart online. I think I paid $145.99 or something like that, and then let's see, tax, which I don't remember what it was. Now it should be about a foot taller than that because I don't have the legs on it. Um, that was a firework. The thing is on each side of the sidewalk, like going about halfway towards that. I don't know what that is, MUD or where they do water and gas. About halfway, the concrete comes out underneath the sidewalk about this far, all the way through here. So there's nowhere I can go. My arch isn't that wide, and on this side it comes about 6 to 8 inches. So I wanted to cement it in, but unfortunately I couldn't do that, nor could I put the legs on it, which it's still tall enough. I'm going to plant some rose bushes by it next year. I do have it chained and locked, which I think is a good thing because I had just kind of put that like it is the other night, and this one had been opened up, so someone had been jacking with it, and that would really piss me off. So it's real simple, but if it was a foot taller off the ground, this gate would come up a little higher than what it is, at least a good 6 inches. But it just has a bar here that you open up, and then I just usually leave it open. And it's not like anybody can't walk right up through these bushes. So somebody was tampering with it. I think I don't know. But at any rate, someone was screwing with it. So it's a shame you can't have something nice, because I can see once my bushes bush out, and I get my roses. Merlin, get up to the house. It'll be very pretty, and that's what I wanted. I see they're getting some berries on them. A little berry. So this bush must be taking root. Not all of them look good. Like this one has barely any life. But as long as I see that it still has some life, I'm going to trim back the bad parts. And like on this one, see there's a living part. These always look limp. I don't know what's going on with these guys' hair, but we'll see. It's been a little while now since I planted. What I'm going to do is I have some extras going down that whole fence line, all the way up to that old raggedy orange recliner that I need to have hauled off. I'm going to start from the very end, anything that's lively looking, and bringing them up and either adding to, I'm going to cut back the dead, either adding to, or like that one over there is totally gone. I think that one's gone. There's a couple there that's gone. And I'm going to bring some of those up this way, because my main focus is this driveway and this front. So I don't think it will be a problem to move, hopefully, some of those back there further up this direction and replace these that didn't make it, But I believe some of them are looking pretty good. It's kind of hit and miss. Not like that one's dead. It's got to go. This one's got some life. This is dead. This is dead. So there's some down there that's looking pretty good that I'll bring them up and cover my priority areas. And my son said he has another lawn to do that has the full-size bushes that are like that one over there. That's a honeysuckle. He'll try and get good root systems and bring them to me. And then I'm going to zigzag cross them up behind these on this side. And I'll go like one there, you know, and I'll go kind of in between, but back a little bit so that I can have a taller bush behind them and it be a little bit thicker in between the bushes. That's what I'm hoping for, because I don't want dogs running up in the yard from neighbors, and I don't want people. I may run fencing in between the two different sizes of bushes. Also, not that I have a problem with people coming in my yard. I just want to make certain nobody does. Now, yes, I need to trim her, but not now. I've already made a bunch of mulberry jam. I've got mulberries inside ready to go that I'm going to make a cobbler with. She's loaded this year. This has been her best year. I mean, and I never have any worms on this tree, which is amazing because I've had mulberry trees before that were loaded so bad that I wouldn't even want to use them. But she's loaded. So I'm also going to freeze some. I've done that before. His corn is looking pretty good. I told him he should go in and put another like 3 or 4 rows here on this side up through here, so we have another harvest after this one, because I didn't feel this was going to be enough. I'm starting a new garden patch here that will end up coming out here. I've got a big box up there I'm going to finish doing this with, and plant some stuff up in here. I can no longer get in that way. These potatoes of his are looking pretty good, and bless his heart, he planted some more beans. So I guess he's pretty determined he's going to have some beans, but there are some beans growing in there. I kind of hate to step on this, but I'm going to wait and show him because I know he hasn't spotted. You can see those beans. Yeah, see? He getting some beans. He'll be so excited. So, but I know he wanted this whole thing. And I told him, I suggested your seeds might be old. Possibility. So, at any rate, this is my other, well, I think I showed you guys this archway. And I moved this plant over here. This is not staying like this. I know how I want it, but I'm not happy with that. My butterfly up there. Those kind of like stained glass. She's pretty. Peas are starting to do okay. Crispin, you want to be in the video? Peas are starting to come up around that, which is nice. Rhubarb, hopefully next year I'll get a good crop. I don't know. I really don't ever see this one turning red though. Maybe, I don't know if there's a green variety. I'm gonna have to check. My cucumbers and, whoops, I'm trying to go the other way. Cantaloupe are coming up pretty good here on both sides, so eventually I'll be able to trellis them to this arch. And I already started kind of dividing her up because it's like 2 plants, I don't know, or 1 plant that, anyway, parts coming this way and parts coming this way. I finally got, I made cages for where I didn't have cages, and everything's got a cage. So it's starting to look more hopeful out here a little bit. Dill's doing good. That's a zucchini. A lot of my regular cucumbers died off, but I've got a couple hanging on. This is acorn squash here. Let's see, what way do we go? That's looking real good. That's a volunteer tomato there. And actually those two cages are volunteers. And that's a volunteer. Need some more zucchini. And I have a little pepper way back there doing okay. That's pumpkin. That's yellow summer squash. And then my peppers and my herbs. This is pumpkin here. And those are volunteer tomatoes. There's actually two there. That's butternut squash and my celery. There's another tomato back there. That's not a volunteer. And these are not volunteers. These all I planted these. Those are the record. Those two first ones. That's the purple Cherokee. And these two are early girls. This one that did get something happen to it, I think one of the cats laid on it. It's come back. It's doing fine. So I'm really happy with that. And I've seen someone at Homesteaders that put, I need to tighten this a little bit, but they put, if you can see, I've got wire, a thin piece of wire that goes from cage to cage to cage. He had done that with his, and it helps keep him from the wind blowing him over, he said. So I haven't had anything blown over, so it must evidently worked. She's getting really tall. I have no idea what kind of tomatoes these are. It'll be fun to find out. But she's getting some blooms up in there, and some of the plants already have tomatoes and that on them. And this is my other arch, this back one here. I don't have the bar on it because on one end I couldn't get the screw in it, so my son's gonna carefully drill it out a bit and see if that will work. And this is where the kitty condos were, and we'll go back in the late fall. And then of course I can see the chickens just reaching up there trying to eat on my tomato plant. That's not yours. I guess I might have to get a piece of chicken wire and put across there now that I've seen that. This is that beefsteak. It's a big one. And that's cherry, which I've got some work, some more peppers. Trying to get some of these. It just seems like they grow so fast, and I've got so many things. I'll fiddle with that later. I got to go through and I'm going to take some of the lower branches off of these plants. And yeah, I can see they're nibbling on these tips. Aren't you, Mary? Pretty girl. Look at. There's Pepper. There's Fluff. There's Trumpet. Two little brown ducks. We have another duck inside that is having some issues. I think I'm going to have to put him down. And the little older girls are back there. But yeah, the rest of these guys look good. So at any rate, I got to weed my strawberry bed. I got that part done the other day. It's just so hard to keep up with everything that's going on. And back here, I want to close this up anyway before I forget for the night. I don't like to mess with them too much because she's a little skittish, Mom is. Three beautiful ones, a calico, a gray and white, and a red. The calico's the female. So their eyes are open and they're walking around. I'm going to cover them. I had uncovered them a bit because it was, warmer today. But I don't like to mess with them too much because I don't want her to move them, because she's moved them so many times. And now she's finally leaving them be. So, any rate, that's our little city homestead. Yep, that's our little city homestead. So far, so good. Trying to grow some of food and poultry and what have you. Yeah, and all the cats. So at any rate, that's Mama right there. I need to, when the kittens are old enough and her milk starts to dry up, I need to get her in, get her spaded. I've only got a couple. All these guys have been spayed and neutered here. I've only got a couple, and that's because I can't catch them. That raccoon cage, they know. But I got a big net now that I can throw over them and try and catch them when I can. And plus it's when I can get someone to drive them up to get them, their shots and spayed or neutered. So at any rate, well, I hope you guys are trying to do some gardening. We don't know what's going to happen. It's getting scary. To me it is. I don't know. I'm still having trouble getting stuff from grocery stores here. And I mean, it's not a big garden, but it does help. It's better than nothing. So, and I really wasn't planning on having more than a couple tomato plants, and I wanted all flowers in there. But you got to do what you got to do nowadays. So, yeah, so at this point we're growing some fruits and vegetables. Oh, I did start some watermelon seeds. They haven't come up yet. So, see if they do. Although I know it's kind of late, but we had such a late start this season because of the weather was so nuts. That hopefully we'll be okay with luck. All right, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys later. Blessings.